Hello, this is Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic, and I'm Iron Fists. Welcome back. So this is roughly where we stopped the last episode. So what are on the plans for today? First of all, let's start to plan our city. I'd like to plan our city and get the major roads to be graveled or even asphalt on them. We'll see if we can get there. But yeah, so let's get us started. As a reminder, last episode, basically we added 4 construction offices. And they do have some mechanisms on them and also some dumper trucks. And they are starting to put gravel on some of these streets. So let's get us going. I think I'm going to keep it running for a little bit, at least in normal speed, so that the streets can start going through. And afterwards we are going to start the planning of our city. As I said last episode, my idea is to add the city somewhere around this line, this area. We do have some space here. I'm hoping to put some of my my production on this area roughly here, and as we talked last episode, I'm going to start with clothing, and we'll go from there. My other plan is also to have our heat somewhere located on this area so that it's far enough away from our city so that we do not have a problem with pollution. So I wanted to have maybe all the service buildings on this area here, and we'll see what I'm talking when I'm talking about service buildings, and basically all the city, all the housing related up there. So let's assume that the closer, so if we add our heating plant here, so the big one, this heating, okay, that was different. So if we have our heating plant around here, T to turn it around so that we have it somewhere here on this side, and we have the road on the right side, and we can connect to our aggregate on the left. So if we move our heating plant here, we can do roughly for this heating plant around 800 meters. So these pipes, excuse me about that. So these heating pipes can extend till 700. What's happening here? So it just goes up 700. They can go 1,000 meters. Is that it? Is it correct? Okay, it's causing. Let me try this way. Okay, or just let's try it from here all the way up. And the hill is causing problems. Okay, it's too big. So the pipes can go 1,000 meters, as you can see there. So let's go with that. So the other thing that we need to know, like if we have the plant is too far away, more than 1,000 meters, you can plop down some heating pumps, and these heating pumps will allow you to push heat further down the line. All right, so roads are still building, So I think I'm gonna go for around 800 meters with the distance for the big power plant, the big heating plant. The smaller, the main difference here is the amount of water, hot water tank that we have. This one has 1,000 cubic meters, while this one only has 450. So usually we can go maybe roughly 1,500 to 2,000 citizens with a small heating plant, and we can go pretty high above with the normal heating plant. If I'm not mistaken, it's around like it's around 2-3 times more. Like we can do around like 8,000, 10,000 people, I think, with the normal heating plant. So another thing that we need to, just a reminder, is that this is heat, and with time, with distance, the heat will dissipate. So the further away you are from your source of heat, the harder it's going to be for you to get your temperatures up. And another thing that you should do, never use heating pipes, always use the underground ones. And why is that? Because a lot of folks did some tests and there's loss of heat, and that's the thing that we don't really want to happen. We want to use as much heat as we can. All right, okay, so let's do some measurements and see. So if we want to put our heating plant around here, around these lines, so maybe around here in this corner, that might be good, because then we can build some more infrastructure on this side. So if we do it here, okay, let me just clear that, I said. So if we start here and we go 800 meters, means that we can start building our buildings, our residential buildings, somewhere starting here up. So I'm just gonna just put a little road here, over here. Oh, there we go. So if we are here, if we want instead to put it a little bit on this side, it would have to be a little bit more there. But this looks pretty good. So I want to do like our first initial settlement around 7,500 citizens, which is going to be more or less like the measurements that like is going to be more or less a good number to get us started, and also will allow us to add a single food source, our shopping center. This is roughly 7,500 people that it can support. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna use this one. I do have some modded ones. These two are pretty similar in terms of folks. In terms of number of workers, they do have 45, both have 45, and they both have a maximum number of visitors of 405. So I think we're going to use one or the other, and we'll see. So to start with, while this is all going, it's almost done there, I want us to, like, the center of the city is going to be our we're gonna put a station here, bus station, and that bus station is going to collect all the all the citizens, both the workers and the ones that are not working, and it's going to collect them, and it will also allow it to extend the radius in which our citizens can live on. Oh, I think that I didn't explain before is that there's a maximum path that the citizens can go walking to do all their activities. If that is like going to the bus stop to wait for a bus to go to work or to find directly work. So there's a maximum size, maximum path that they can go. So I'm going to start with, I think that 800 might be enough. This is quite a big one. This is pretty good. I don't think we need to have such a big one. And what we're going to do is we are going to get our citizens somewhere here, I think, and the bus is gonna enter from the bottom here, and so they are going to leave from the left side, so that there's no way that they can so they don't have to cross themselves. So there we go. So the main building is going to be somewhere here, which means that afterwards we'll have a road that is going to be our main road for transportation, and in here we're gonna have a little turnaround. There we go. Okay, so one thing that this platform is not very good at is that there's no footpaths for south or for the left side. So as you can see, this road is already done, so let's upgrade more roads for us. I'm doing like shift and I'm gonna click, and that allows me to select the roads that I want to upgrade. So let's do that, and we can restart this. And also let's do this one, this one, this one, this one. So this way they are still able to get out, and they are able to start moving around. Okay, this is going to make everything faster. All right, so what's next? What do we need next to what do we need next to do here? So usually, like the best thing that I saw is you go from left to right on first the residential menu and then the state menu, and you should be good. You should have like the majority of things accounted for. So the first thing is the residential buildings. As you can see, there's a bunch of them that are not available yet. But let's start with the food. As I said, there's 2 shopping centers. This is the vanilla shopping center. It does support 7,500 citizens. The main difference between these two is this is much less expensive, and it takes half the time to build. The rest is pretty much the same. It still supports 35 tons of food and clothes. Everything is the same, but the main difference is that this one looks much better and it's much cheaper. So I think I'm gonna go with this one for right now. By the way, I'm gonna do like a mix between modded and not modded, and we'll go from there. I'll try not to use a lot of modded ones, but we'll see. So this one is I believe this is a brick one. Exactly. As you can see, like the amount of bricks here is, we're talking about 121 tons of bricks, while this one is much more steel and concrete heavy. Well, this one is much more brick heavy, and I think that it would be good if our if our first city, maybe it's more brick city. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to rotate it this way, I think, and I want to going to share, I think, this road, like that crossing there, with this. All right, with this shopping center. And the idea here is that we are going to for the shopping center, it does have some places for, like, it has have like an internal warehouse. Sorry about that. Brain is not braining. It does have like some space for food, electronics, clothes, and meat, but it's better to usually complement this with something else. So 3 tons of meat might not be enough, and but I think for the first one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a truck, a refrigerated truck, parked in the shopping mall. Okay, so as you can see there on the description, it says that it has 3 loading and unloading positions, which means that if I park there a refrigerator truck, we will have an extra capacity apart from those 3 tons of meat that we currently have, and we still have 2 other positions if we need to have firefighters come in, or the police, I believe, also can come into the shopping mall. So that's that. But for the rest, I'm going to have a little bit more storage. So in order for that, I'm going to go to general cargo, and I'm going to go for a smaller warehouse, and I think that this is like the smallest warehouse that we have, and I think I'm just gonna go like so. So it has a little bit of space, so we can use a mechanism there. Can I use a mechanism? We cannot. Let me just get it a little bit further. I think we should be borderline. Good. Let's see, like so. Can you go now? See, it has a mechanism spot. Mechanisms are basically our bulldozers, are our bulldozers, and I can show you what else do we have more. We do have like excavators that are also mechanisms, and then we'll have for asphalt we'll need a paver and a concrete and a paver and a where's that? Oh, am I not seeing it? Where are the asphalt? Huh, interesting. Okay. A roller, sorry. The paver allows you to put asphalt down, and then you need a roller to roll to make sure that everything is good. Is like compacted and good. So if you don't have space, like for example, is there like a piece that's too small? No, thankfully. But if there's like a space that is too small, then you need workers to do it. And in the beginning, you want to make sure that you have the least amount of workers possible being moved around, because we don't have any workers right now. So, okay, back to this. How is this going? This street is already good, so I think I'm going to also, I want to maybe after these I'm going to get this one so we can have like a faster path that way. This is getting everything. Okay, cool. So what am I doing? So one thing that I'm going to try to do is you can see like there's a road here, and this road here is for the buses. The buses will just go around and do their thing, and I think I'm gonna keep it like that. The only thing that I might add here is at this level in this part. I think I'm going to add the clinic, the doctor, because they can share like the same street. There's not going to be a lot of hopefully a lot of movement around, so we should be good. But for everything that is like transport and stuff, I think I'm just gonna try to go to the side. Something that I completely forgot to plop down, it was our heat. I talked about it and then I just went away. So I think I'm going to turn it around, just for the simple reason that if I put it here, I can have a street on the right side and I can have this come down here to do heat, right? And also the aggregate is on the left side, which is nearer our the place where we're going to import the coal from. So if we see here, there's like this big mountain. I'm gonna carve an indentation on the mountain a little bit. It depends. Sometimes I try to do the least amount of indentation possible. Sometimes I don't, but I think it's going to depend on the situation. So I think we'll have like a road coming here, and somewhere here we're gonna have the rest of our industry, but I am getting ahead of myself. So as I was saying, back here, something that I can explain here while this is going. Is this all going? Do we still have 2 roads that are being worked on? Yes, we still have 3. Cool. There's like different types of food and shopping. The grocery shop here, the main issue with these is that it's like they just provide food and meat, and that's okay, but it's also like a problem because it doesn't provide the rest. So you need something else to complement that, and that would be there's a small store. You'd have to have a small store and a grocery shop. This might be okay, but for right now I'm not planning. I'm planning just for a single one, like the least amount of buildings that I can build. I'm going to try for that because the first city takes a little bit of time, and I would like to try to invite people before the first winter. Okay, but I'm not sure if that's going to be possible or not. We'll see. Okay, so food, we have food, and we have electronics and clothes, so that part is done. Alcohol, I try to shy away from alcohol, at least like in the beginning, because alcohol does lower the citizens' health. Even though it makes them happier, their health will take a toll. So at least in the first city, maybe I will not add a pub, but we'll see on the next settlements and next cities and so on what if that's something that we will add, and I think probably so. So the next step is culture. So that's one of the needs from like, and if you put your mouse up here, you'll see that these are the needs that each citizen has. They need clothing, they need sports, there's loyalty associated with government, if they are addicted to alcohol or not, and the more you have, the worse their health is going to be. If they have like culture enjoyment, religion sympathy, radio and TV. We'll talk about those things a little bit further. The other thing that you can see is that also in terms of health, it's important. The things that are more important for health is that they have food, that they can do sports, and that their alcohol addiction is not so big, but also the fact that there's pollution or not, and that pollution can come as a for example, industries that pollute the air, or basically the waste. If you have too much garbage, then what will happen is that people will start getting sick. All right, so let's get another piece of road here, this one here, and maybe this one here to get us going. And I think this one is going to be too small for us to do anything. What if we, let's give me a second. how much gravel do we have? 41. What if we did gravel all this up? Okay, let me just give it a go. So I'm gonna demolish this piece here. I'm going to have, okay, this is gonna do all of it. What if I break it by, like, if I do this, how much? I need 19 tons of gravel. Okay, so maybe I'll do that. I'm going to do this part, so just make sure that this is the only thing that I'm doing. I'm gonna pause, suspend construction on this one. I'm going to make sure that this one is the one that is being constructed, and when this is done, we'll have at least a gravel path, and then I think we'll be a little bit in a better position here. So while that's going back to our city, this is going to happen a lot where you'll have to juggle multiple things, and right now we're not even doing much because we just have like these two areas, but in the future it's going to be a little bit more complicated, okay, because there will be much more areas. So back to here. So cinema gives the citizens culture. Usually like the best bang for their buck is going to be a cinema. So let's add a cinema somewhere around here on this side maybe. There's other things like art gallery and so on that also give you culture, but usually the cinema is the best bang for your buck because with 5 workers you can serve 150 visitors, so that's pretty good. So the other thing is sports. All these are pretty cool, but as you can see on the bottom, they all require temperature. So they need to be, the temperature needs to be above 5 Celsius, which happens all the year except for the end of autumn and winter, which becomes pretty freezing. So these will not be available for our citizens. So in some situations it makes sense for them to exist, to add an extra during those months, but usually a good initial beginning sports center is going to be the indoor pool. So even though like you can see they all have a road access, they really don't need road access to be built, and that's a good thing about them, because that way we can build them with just paths, footpaths that extend more the distance that the citizens can go for. So I'm gonna put it on this side because I said I wanted to put the hospital there. So I'm going to add our fire station first. I'm gonna do our hospital. I don't think we need like the biggest one. The small clinic here that comes from in vanilla, it only has one spot, so you can only have one ambulance. This sometimes can be a little bit restrictive, so I have like some other ones here. These ones are too big, and I think they might be too big for what we want, but maybe in the first city I will build an hospital. But I do believe that our small clinic might be enough, or maybe not this one, but this small clinic from the 50s might be good enough for us to get started. This, as you can see, this one can have a maximum of 90 patients. This one has a maximum of 45, so this can handle half of what an hospital can. But let's start with an hospital, and then we'll go from there. So this should be enough path. Oh, and something that you can see that maybe like it's the first time that we see it here is that the hospital is at the distance of 121 meters from the bus station, which means that it's reachable in a walking distance. So this is pretty good, but we'll see that with footpaths we can get that a little bit higher. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna add here our how's this going? It's going good. It has have everything, so I think we can just start this again. I'm just gonna go give them like a shortcut, just a little shortcut just on a meanwhile, so that they can go through easier, more easily. I think this one might need people, so I'm not gonna do anything with it for right now. All right, so that's that. So where were we? We were on hospital, so emergency. So the next one is going to be the fire station. I think we will need 2 fire stations, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another fire station up here and one a little bit on the south more. Why do we need 2 fire stations? Because earthquakes. And when an earthquake happens, if it makes your if it starts a fire on your fire station, somebody needs to go fight that fire, right? So we need 2 fire stations per city now because of the earthquakes. So my plan is to extend this road. Okay, this is done. Oh, that's pretty good. So let's keep that as is, and I think that this crossing might be a little bit too can I put you here and then just move you? What is the first node here? Let me just delete this road. Let's get the first node here out. Oh, I saw it. There we go. All right. And the other thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start telling them to asphalt. Asphalt this side, it's a big one, and then maybe start asphalting this one, because this is one is going to be taken by the these 2 are going to be taken, these paths are going to be taken by the tanker, right? All right, so back here, as I was saying, fire station, I'm gonna do one in the south and one in the north. Why is that? Because of our if I do it one on the south, I'll be able to cover this part as well. So if something burns on this area, I'll have fire coverage. And I'm going to try to move it as far as possible. As you can see, there we go. That's it. Nevertheless, I'm gonna. Are the the footpaths are all in the wrong side. So maybe I think we can get us through here. So like if I give it one path here, like so, and I go all the way here, and eventually just do a connection there. Is this going to be good enough to have our firefighters near? Not really. This is, it looks like that this is like the furthest down that we can go, unless we do have a path through this side. What would that look like? So if we had a, it's not very nice, the fact that this doesn't have a path here, but I'm guessing that there's going to be somewhere a path that goes all the way this way, and then it will come down somewhere here, and I will leave it there, and then it will come all the way down here. So with this, if we upgrade it already to the next level, can you reach further down? Let's see. As you can see, 300, we can get till 400, so it means that we can get it a little bit even closer down. So So if I put you somewhere here, I think it might be enough. Or doesn't need to be so far away. Maybe not. Oh, let me just remove this a little bit up. So there we go. Fire station is going to be somewhere here. I think it should be good enough to get us there. Okay, I'm gonna put you right here. And this should give us like a good path. So if we do get you here, and we say yes, build that please, and if we click here and see, are you in reach? Yes, it is. Great. Is this still all working? That's great. Everything is working. We do have some gravel there. Everything is looking good. Okay, so looks like that this part is okay. We'll have, I'm going to just for now delete this part here. Oh, okay, so be careful with the bulldozer. Bulldozer bulldozes things. Okay, so I'm going to maybe delete these two streets for right now, because I need to do my pathing, and the pathing should go somewhere around here and go there, right? So if we did have a road that would go here and then here, I guess, and this would continue somewhere there, right? Because I do believe that we will want to move, there's like some graveling here that can be done in there, so we can do some gravel industries there. So maybe there's a path that can be thought for that side, which also means that we'll be able to get a road connection right over here, right? And that's good. And the same thing goes for this side here. And I think that there's something to be said about the road that maybe will come from here. Oh, I don't have any excavators. I don't have excavators yet. So this is going to be road, depot. This is going to be, do I have anything here? Dumpers, that's good. This one doesn't have anything either. So I'm going to get some excavators. Okay, 33. The excavator speed, so I'm gonna get 2 of these, and I will get other things as well. So let's get the excavators first, so we can do some terrain manipulation here. But I think the idea would be we'll have some sort of a road here, right? And that will feed into whatever area this is. And I think we'll want a road that will get us also down here in some way, right? But I'm getting ahead of myself. So back to this. This is doing what it's supposed to do. I'm just going to come here and say, I want you to auto select, but I don't want you to do any of roads and footpaths, because our bulldozers are much faster doing those. So I'm just going to unassign everything. Yes, and factory connections as well. Okay, cool. So there we go. All this piece here. So let's go back to our residential area. So kindergartens. I'll talk about kindergartens in a little bit, because kindergartens, I think, as soon as we have an idea where the population is going to be, we can add our kindergartens. And why is that? Because the citizens need to be able to walk directly there, or else they will not be able to get their kids there. We cannot extend the pathing the same way we do for everything else with kindergarten. So it needs to be near the place where we're going to put houses. We'll want a school. So I think our school, 150, I think that might be a good school size. So we're gonna put our school here next to our mountains there. And orphanage, to be fair, I never played with orphanage, and from what I heard, this makes it a little bit more complicated again, because if you don't staff the orphanage completely, the kids that are in here that do not have parents, right, they will become criminals, or their criminality rate will be higher. So that's something that you need to take into consideration. So for right now, I'm not going to add any orphanage, and I think the orphanage is shared throughout the Republic, so we eventually can do that in a later stage. Okay, so we have our school. So the next thing, universities. Okay, this is a good and interesting question here, right? So I'm just going to start this because I'm going to have to wait for all these to complete, and I think that these roads are right now in a good spot. Maybe not 100% sure about this one. Let me see the terrain. I think I might have to bring this back a little bit, so let me just do that. Let me pick this. Let me just get rid of that completely. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Here. I think we want to lower the terrain a little bit. Some curvature here. I think we're in a good spot. Alright. Like so. And I think there's a good plan of attack somewhere here that we can even build a little bridge if we so much want to. I think maybe for this crossing, I think I'm gonna do like a triangular crossing so that it doesn't make it so bad. Let's see if I can have mechanisms to do this. I think like I don't need such a curvature there, but I want to make sure that I can get, and we can delete this one, yes. So this way, the vehicles that come all this way, they don't have they don't lose so much speed if they have to go this way, or if they need to go that way, right? Okay. In here, in this, it will be interesting, maybe from here we can then just curve it all the way down. All right, cool. So all that, we're still getting our roads moved along. So we still have like a problem here where we have our aggregate storages takes a long time to fill up, especially with just one truck going around. Okay, so next thing, universities. We need higher education, folks. Because some jobs can only be done by higher education, and you can see on this, for example, the medical university, it needs 50 citizens that have some education, and then it needs 50 that are college educated. So this is going to be important, but it's also important for our research. So if we go here, there's one comrade here that takes care of everything that is research is related. So what is there to research? So let's see. So each university that we have here does one type unlocks one type of research. So if you have a medical university, in the medical university you can do the white researches. On the technical ones you can do everything that's blue, and you'll see there's some blue stuff here, and the red one is for the party. Usually I'm a little bit biased to try to get to distribution offices as soon as possible. And why is that? Because distribution offices are pretty important. I did see other folks that try to get other things also going. Like for example, if you want to go doing some fuel, you will need to tackle these 3. But as you can see, like this is like 2,000 workdays of research. It's quite a lot. So this is going to take some time. But what I would like us to get to is go through here so we can get into I think this is studies convert oxide uranium to right. It can later be created nuclear fuel. Okay, so there we go. This is where I want us to get to. That's so because I do believe that this is going to be the part that's going to give us more money early on. Another important thing is also this part, this tree here, where we start learning about concrete, and the important thing is that we'll have better buildings. So it's extensive. It takes time to go through all of it, but it's not as extensive in some as in some other games. So I think in order for us to get started, because I do like the logistics, I think we're gonna go for logistics here, and we're gonna do these 2, and then we're gonna stop because I don't think we need anything anything else right away. So in order to do that, we need a red university, and that's the Communist Party University, and that's this one. So there's a big one, and there is a smaller one. So I think we're going to go with a smaller version of this university, since I feel like that this city is not going to be as big or that big. So I think this might be good enough, and I think in this particular initial city we will require 2 universities, because we will have to go through the technical university as well to get our to get everything set up. And this is kind of starting to look like a more let's call it intellectual part of the city here, this district here, where we have, I think the small party looks good here, where we'll have like a road coming here, and we will have our schools, university, and our cinema arts here, and we have like more sports and food in this side. Maybe I should have gone that way, but that's that. So for now, universities, I will get us a smaller university as well, technical university, somewhere down the line. So maybe somewhere down here, or maybe a little bit on top. We'll see how this will pans out in terms of population. Next, so I'm gonna prepare us to go to start doing police and try courts and prisons, but I don't think we're gonna build anything like that right now. So let's see where we are and how we're doing. Okay, this is like, we need that. This is going to start doing the streets over here. All right, so we need the police station. I think I'm going to put on this service road the police station. Cannot be built in the water. Gonna put you right police station. Is this a big one or a small one? I think I'm gonna do with a big one so we don't have any problems. Cheap out on police, and sometimes you'll have problems down the line. But the court, I think we can go with a smaller court to start with, and it can be just right snugly next to our police station. And our prison, I'm not going to prepare the prison right now? I'm going to do like a smaller prison on this side to complete the park, the park here, but I think I'm just gonna put it on the back here, where this is, everything is pretty close to each other. There we go. And then eventually we'll have secret police, but that we need to unlock it first. All right, I think we have all the buildings, if I'm not mistaken. I'm quite sure I am, but all the buildings as of right now, I think we're good. So there's like a lot of paths that still need to be moved around, and I'll create them later. For right now, I'm just going to get us ready here to start plopping down some houses. Some considerations: there are like 3 types of houses here, and the small residences, where you'll see that they are much smaller, and they can only hold like a smaller amount of people, so 30. So in our case, we want 7,500. So if we wanted to put like small brick houses, it would take us quite a few of these to get us going, but some of them look pretty good. So I think for right now, I'm going to try to get us the biggest buildings we can that have some quality on them. So for example, this, if you look at in here, there's like a lot of attributes on these flats. The main thing that I usually look for is the quality and the number of people. So the quality says 68%, which means that for every citizen that lives in this particular building, their happiness will never go above 68%. So this is something that's very important. And if you see here, there's, after you research prefab panels, you will get much better and bigger buildings that you can use that will bump your quality much higher. So for right now, I think our best bet would be like these flats, because there's also not a lot of options here. So let's see how we're going to do this. So this has 110, which means that we'll need quite a few of these to get us going. So I think I'm going for a waterfront style here for right now. Okay, so let me just going to remove here. So if we want to go to 7,500 folks, that means that we have 100, so we'll need so if we build 75, that will be it, but I think that that's like too many. So what if we did 110 folks? So I'm just doing some math here. So if we do, maybe let's do, they need to do like around, was it what? Around what? Around 60-ish, 50-ish. That's a lot. But let's give it a go and see if we can pack them here. I think we can go, so if I remove the road here, Shift and delete. If we see this, we have like 400 meters, right? If we do 400 meters, would be in like straight line here. So it's not a lot of space to put that many buildings. And we need to think about another thing, that is, this is just like street, right? There's going to be roads and things like that, which might make everything more complicated. So let's plan for right now. We might need to have like worse quality buildings. Is there like, what's the difference? It's 60 more people. It's quite a lot. So let's give it a go and see how many we can have here. I don't want to pack them here either too much. Let's see. Okay. Oh, did not. Okay, so this part we can have a nice. Can I do 5? We'll see if we can do 5. So we're going to try to get us maybe. What if we can now use this piece here, this part here, because there's really no reason for us not to use this. So I'm going to put them all turned the same way, and especially because the bigger pollutant is going to be on this side. It gives like a little bit of leeway that way, but what would this look like? We could make a little circle around here. Maybe, let's see. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of space so you can pass on the sides. I think we'll need some roads. And then I'm gonna give some mountain back houses. All right. So 200, 440, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 110. 12 times 110. It's got 1,300 people. This might be good to get us started, but I think we want some. I said I was not gonna pack this, but I'm already feeling like we're gonna pack it. What if I do? I think we can get a road coming out from here. I'd like for us to have a fire station somewhere on this side of the island, so it can come all the way down. Okay, is there like any more building going on? No, so I'm just going to go just add a little bit more construction work here. Here, like so it can start building something else. All right, let's go. So there's like this place that we could eventually. We don't really need this. We could have like sideways that go all the way here. So for example, like so. Could get us here, and if we, I don't think we need this path right now. We will need this path for sure, but maybe it doesn't need to be all the way there. We could just come here. Now let me remove snapping. Now F4 to remove snapping here, and we could get you out somewhere here, like so. Okay, there we go. From this place all the way up here. Okay, that's good, which means that eventually we are going to have some sort of a pathing. I'll go here. That will go somewhere there, and it will get us somewhere all the way down. This is going to give us a path there and somewhere here. So, and maybe like so. Which means that we can have some housing following the same path. this way, which means that we can have some houses. We can do like looking at each other. Don't wanna. Like so, and I think I want to do like a little block style here, like so, and maybe here, and have it look like so. Okay. So this could be just rows of houses, just a row here. Can I get another one? No, there's a road there. It's pretty tight. What if this one should definitely give us the path. We have like that space there. So let's do this, put it here, there, and there. And what if we did, how does this look like? Like so and like so. Could have one that goes right here, another one RR to rotate it like a very tight block here, and one over there. Okay. All right, so what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So 26 times 110, that's 2,800 people. This is not like the greatest, but I think we'll need bigger flats if we want to have more things. I think this is too packed because now we need to have some kindergarten and some other services around as well. So is it? Maybe 7,500 people might be too many people. We'll see. Maybe this would be enough for us to get us started in terms of people. So that means that we can have, let's give it a kindergarten. That is going to be in walking range of the top. Let's put it here, and let's give it another one closer to here, to this side here. And I think that might be enough for around 3,000 people. Okay. The other thing that we need to check is, because we are building basically the same building, that's good. It is this one. So this one has a tank of 7 cubic meters, and given that we have 26 7 cubic meters, it's 182. So I think that a small exchange would be enough, but let's see. Heat exchange, we want to make sure that we cover as much as possible. Is there anything that we're not covering? Fire station, there you go. Turn. Okay, I think we're pretty much good here. It will cover everything. So this one, we will get a 300 cubic meters of hot water going through here. That should be enough for all of that, for all this. And we still have like a lot of spare heat. And I think that eventually, if we want to grow this even more, maybe it would be good. We can grow north, because south we cannot because of the pollution. But we could eventually go on top of the mountain and have some like a path going here and a little bit more housing there. Okay, so that's that, which means that basically we can start. Maybe we can move a little bit faster, and I think we should be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell them to gravel this piece here, and let's maybe make sure that we connect the streets. This can be just done in one single swoop. There we go. So what are we missing? We're just missing utilities, the rest of the utilities. So let's plan the utilities quickly and we'll go from there. So I'm just gonna give it a pipe. There's gonna be a heat pipe. It's gonna go all the way from down there to which side did I pick them? It's okay from here. Okay, it's the middle one. Okay, so it's good. Let's put it there. So we will need water. So we're gonna put a substation. Where's the substation? We want this substation, and I think one substation might be enough for all these. No, we need 2 substations. So let's put one near the top here. Well, sometimes it's hard to see. Okay, there we go. Okay, we want the water is gonna come from south. There we go. We can put it right here, and we will need another water somewhere on this area, so let's put it here. And we will need sewage. I think I'm gonna turn sewage that way because I want to get rid of it somewhere here. And I'm gonna put sewage as well in pointing in that direction. Okay. So the last thing that I forgot was we need to treat our water and we need to get our sewage out. So for sewage, we're gonna T-turn this and we're gonna try to put it as next to the border as possible. So this is always a little bit tricky, so we'll just make sure that we are move that. There's no free bulldozer. Okay, so the bulldozers. So let me just lower this a little bit, try to make it as straight as possible. There. So let's see, where's water, sewage. There we go. Can I rotate? So these pieces are in the water. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is coming out, which means that I will need a sewage. Let's see, what's the height that we're in right now? 1 meter. This is 39. What's this one? 4. And this one is 4. Okay, that's good. So we can have one sewage switch that will collect all the sewage from the city. Collect all the sewage from the city. Rotate like this, turn, rotate, so that, where's the road? It's on that side, so T, rotate. Okay, so so. And I'm gonna bring the middle one there and the bottom one there, and that might be enough. So I'm gonna go with a medium sewage pipe from here to the middle to the bottom. Okay, and I'm gonna go from here to here. Okay, there's tunneling, so let's go underground. Let's see. So we're going here and there. Cool. And if we need more sewage up there, I think we'll be good. So something that I need to recheck again. Can this one 200 meters? So if I build more things here, I think we should be good. Okay, so trying to wrap this up before too long. So that's that. We have this, so we need to treat our water. So I think a small water treatment plant is going to be enough. So I'm just gonna plop it somewhere next to the hospital, and it will need chemicals. So I'm just gonna plop it here. And for the water in itself, we are going to need 2 water wells. And given that we just have like the city there, I think I'm going to put 1 water well. Is there like another connection? So this one has like 94% quality of water. I'm gonna put another one over here. They are a little bit close for comfort, because like when they are too close they will pollute each other, making the water polluted, which will in turn make it use more chemicals for it to be cleaned. Alright, so we have water. I'm gonna build 2 water towers. Just one water tower, I think it would be enough. We are going to need a pump to pump the water into our processing plant. So we're gonna do that like so. So this processing plant, so these 2 here, each one will produce where's that, 70 cubic meters of water. And unfortunately this isn't big enough, but I think for right now I'm just gonna go with one big pipe here, and one big pipe from each one of these. Let's go underneath. Let's maybe move it here, move it out a little bit, and that there. Okay, I don't have this anymore, so I think we are pretty much good. We are just missing electricity right now, so we will maybe do that in the next episode. But for right now, this is what we have. It's looking reasonable, I think. Just let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to see, and that's it. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.